Hello everyone. Thank you for watching this video. So this video basically focuses on types of SQL joins. Though it's a very simple concept, yet it's very confusing for many. So I thought I'll create this video which will clear the doubts with regards to all kinds of SQL joins and which will help you in writing SQL queries much more efficiently and with all clarity. So we'll start here. So what are the different kind of SQL joins? So first we'll just have a look at them. First is the inner join. So you can cross the outer. Outer has three types of outer joins: left, right, and full. And the last one is the self join. As you can see, there are two tables. Pretty common table that we generally see in databases. Employee table and the department table. Nothing. So employee table has employee ID, key name, department ID, manager ID. Okay. And then department table has department ID and department name. So W data. And as you can see, the fifth row here, it has a department which is not present here. Ideally, you won't have such rows. It's just for the example that I have created this row. Okay. And similarly, if you look here, 10, 20, and 50. So here 30 and 40 is not present in table employees. So there are no employees who are working on this department in this department. And then there is an employee. He or she is working in department 50, which is not actually present in department table. So it's just the example that I have followed across for all the examples. So this will help you understand each and every join. So we'll start with inner join here. So we would be joining on the column department ID. So this is the joining table. Okay. Joining column, sorry. Table would be employee and department. So as you can see, when we join a department ID, so what would happen here? So first part is we'll get the details of all the employees here. Okay. And the next part is the columns of the department table. Now the first four rows, if you look at here, they are present. The department ID is present in the department table. Okay. That is why these are present in the output. So here you can see 10 when joined to 10. Okay. So it goes like this. 10 is joined to 10. Again 10 is joined to 10. 20 is joined to 20. 20 is joined to 20. So you get 4 rows in the output. So these are the intersecting rows, you could say. The department ID is present in both department table and the employee table. So that's the inner join. As you can see, the fifth row, it is excluded. Why? Because the department number 50 is not present in department table. And the department 30 and 40 from department table is also not present in the output because there are no employees of department 30 and 40. I hope inner join is clear. So it's the same table that was considered in the inner join example. Same table employee and same table department. Okay. And cross join, you won't have any condition. It would be like employee, comma department, or employee is joined to department. So there is no condition on which, like in the inner join example, we had this department table. So it was joined on department ID. But here we are not joining on any column. Okay. Any common column. So what will happen? So as you can see in the output, every row is multiplied to this. So, or you could say this 5, so this 10 would be repeated here. Again, this 5, 20 would be repeated here. These 5, 30 would be repeated here. These 5, 40 would be repeated here. So you can see in the example, so all the columns of the employee table, and then the first department ID 10, then 20, and then 30. So this is Cartesian product or just a simple multiplication. So you have 5 rows here and you have 4 rows here. So it comes out to 20 rows. So this is how these 20 rows are created. If you look at the output, have total outer join. Many people get confused with left outer, right outer, which table will be the efficient side. So before moving on to that, okay. Now in the inner join example, as you could see, we had only 4 rows because the department ID 1020 were present. I mean, these two were common. In the left outer join, the table employee is left outer to the department. So what when we say left outer, so you could say department is the deficient side. So just keep in mind when we say left, so this is the deficient side. Or you could say left, when we say left outer, so the employee, all the rows of the employee should be displayed. Just keep it as simple as that. You will have no confusions. Okay. So I want to view all the data of the employees, and I also want to see the department information also. So how do I do that? So that is where I would use left outer. So here you can see all the 5 rows can be seen in the output. Okay. The last one, which I have highlighted in yellow color, here you can see the department ID is null. Why it is null? Because there is no department which is 50 department number is not present in the department table. But I wanted to see this data also from employee table. So that is where I would use left outer join. So left hand side of, so you could just say, when we say left outer join, the first table, like employee left outer join department. So employee is the first table, right? Employee left department. Employee is the first table. So employee ka all the rows. Every row of the employee would be displayed. And the department would be displayed if the information is present in the table. If the information is not present, then it would be replaced with null. So that is why you see here it has null. I hope this is clear, and if you understand this, then right outer join becomes very simple. So here you can see I have put same thing. It's just instead of left, I have put right. So when I say right, so they go to the next table. Okay, employee, right outer department. So when I say right outer department, that means I need to see all the rows of department table, irrespective of whether it is present in employee table or not. So if you understand this, 10 and 20 are present, correct? So these would be displayed anyways, like we had seen in inner join. Now consider this part, 30 and 40. I want to display this information also. So that is where I am using right outer. Okay. And the output would look like this. So I will have 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. So for the department number 10, there are 2 rows, employee number 1 and 2. For department number 20, I have 3 and 4 employee ID. For department number 30 and 40, I don't have any employees assigned to it. That is why the employee part will be displayed as null. Hope this is clear. And why the 5th row is not displayed? Because I want all the rows of department, not all the rows of employee. Okay. So only the joining rows or the common rows which are matching with the department ID will be displayed from employee ID. I hope this is clear. You can just go through this example, and again, if you have any doubt, you can just take a screenshot of this example also and review it. It's a pretty straightforward The only confusion that you might have is why fifth row has not come. Fifth row has not come because here we are doing right outer department. So department ka sub rows. So we'll put department, all the rows of department. Now just see 10 has 2 rows, that is why employee ka 2 rows. 20 has 2 rows, that is why 20 ka 2 rows. 30 ka no rows. 40 ka no rows. So you should consider a table department as a driving table. And from here all the data will come. And fifth, it is not matching. 50 is not present. So that is why this row will not be displayed. I hope this is clear. Now suppose I want the combination of or the output of both left and right. That is where I would use full outer joining. Okay. So when I say full outer, so it is the output is left plus right. So we had seen right, all the department 30 and 40 is not present in the employee table. It will show as null. This is not present. Department number 50 is not present in department table, but we have a row in employee table. So employee ka data, you will get employees data, but department data would be null and null. So this is the whole output of the full outer join. I hope with this you would have understood the outer join, and just take a screenshot of this, try to go through this. It's a very simple concept. Many people get confused, but I think this example should solve a lot of your queries and doubts. Now let's move on to the self join. Self join is again a very simple concept. So you can ignore this department table. In this case, it's not required. We are only dealing with the removing this. Okay. So we have only this employee table. Now what I want to do is I want employee, the manager of each employee. Okay. So here you would have table employee. So you will have something like this: employee emp1 join employee emp2 on what would be the condition? Employee ID is equals to manager ID. emp1 employee ID, it will be joined to emp2 manager ID. Okay. This will be employee 1. Okay. This employee 2, we could say it's a manager data, and this we could say is subordinate data. So here manager employee ID. So basically what is happening here, so this is subordinates data. Okay. In subordinates data, I am doing a join to another copy of employee. It is like a copy of employee. Okay. Copy of employee is manager. Now this manager ID, it will be joined to, just I'll take this example. Will make things clear. So this is manager data. And this is subordinate data. Okay. So now this subordinates employee ID, subordinates employee ID, subordinates employee ID will be joined to managers, subordinates manager ID would be joined to manager's employee ID. So we get the details of the if you understand this, right? Manager is this one, again this one, again this one, and fourth is this one. So we get all the managers here. So all the manager rows would be these ones. So these three would come here instead of this. So as you can see, I will get all the employees. Why I'm not getting this first row? Because it's a null. There is no entry for null. Okay. If I had instead of null, I could put zero or something, and then if I had any entry for zero, then that's a different thing. But so we'll have all the subordinates here, and all the subordinates. So from 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the subordinates and their manager IDs. So this is the subordinates part. Okay. We just need to change this one. This is manager. Support. And then manager part. So like we have this one, we get all the details of the manager. XX is the manager here. 2, manager is Y. 4, manager name is W. Okay. So this is what the self join is. So if you want same data, if you want data from the same table using different kind of combinations like we have employee or manager, then you can use this self join. Self join is just like employee. It's like two copies. You're joining the two copies of employee. Not actually we are creating two copies in the database server. It's just that virtually you can understand that employee and manager, those are two different tables, but with similar kind of data. Okay. With this, we end different types of uh, joins that we have in SQL. Hope this would be useful. And if there are any doubts or comments, then please do let me know.